Hey, this is Kent Philly. Thanks for your time to join me here to see the highlights of Rocket Pool in the last 2 weeks. Today is March 29th. It's a Wednesday, and I'm excited to go over the bi-weekly update that Rick has sent out. Maverick's real name is Nick. He's a really nice gentleman. And there's a lot going on in the Rocket Pool community right now. And so I'm excited to just summarize the top events happening in the ecosystem that are highlighted here in the March 28th, 2023 Rocket Pool biweekly update. So without further ado, let's jump right in. And so we can see that rETH, the liquid staking derivative token, has grown like 2.5% just in the last 2 weeks. It's annualized growth at 65%. That's really exciting. When we look over here at rocketscan.io in the rETH tab, you can just see the overall cumulative growth of rETH, which is really exciting. More rETH is created as more Rocket Pool nodes are launched, and that means more individuals are taking 16 ETH and also 1.6 ETH of RPL, locking that up soon to be 8 ETH. We can see some also fun stats over here on Rocket Scan that I look at comparative, like how much rETH is on L1s versus L2s, where's the activity happening on Uniswap. But just getting back into the bi-weekly update, we can just see the collective growth is still trending up positively, and that many pools, so node validator growth is increasing, and even the individuals, the amount of unique individuals who are node operators has grown 1.4%. So there's over 2,223 node operators, which is really exciting. So now moving on to key pieces like the tech updates. Those who are running nodes themselves, currently a lot of that is done remotely for myself and my team. We use all nodes, and they're able to help us up, keep our nodes live and take care of all the upgrades. We're working to host a backup locally and even do more locally, but right now it's remote for us. But for a lot of people in the community, we're looking to get feedback on the Go Real testnet for the smart node. So we're getting really close to having the Atlas upgrade ready, and Atlas is the 8 ETH validator nodes upgrade. And so it's currently in Go Real testnet, and we have links here in Discord where you can see the updates that the team has put out, and exciting news that community members have found, some bugs. And exciting being that we found these in the test net, and these were not found when we made it into production when people could have lost money. So they're asking that we can help test right now by spinning up mini pools on the test net. And there are some guides and instructions how to do this in Discord. If anyone's willing to help assist with this, it'd be greatly appreciated in the community. But the main focus right now in the Rocket Pool community is the Atlas upgrade. Now, talking about integrations across DeFi, well, I don't want to talk about that yet. Beyond the Atlas upgrade, we also have a vote coming up on the next governance council, and I believe that was below the media update. So I want to cover that next because I believe governance is a bit more important than what's going on in the ecosystem media wise. So really exciting news on the governance front is that the grants management committee for Rocket Pool has worked with ClimaDAO, the largest carbon credits project in Web3, to offset Rocket Pool's emissions. So Rocket Pool is now the first project to have a liquid staking token that is carbon neutral. So that's really exciting, and that's highlighted here. We're looking for everyone in the Rocket Pool community who's a node operator to vote. So voting is now live on the 9 members for the incentives management committee. Here I have up is this vote on Snapshot, and you can see how many different individuals we have. Let me do a count. We have, I thought 11. 12. I knew it, 12 members, and we have to get it down to 9. We're all contending to be in the incentives management committee and where the protocol should guide the incentives. So how you can learn more about the different incentive management, nominees is you can go here into the DAO-rocketpool.net thread about this round of the incentive management nomination thread. So here's where all the information on each individual put, why they would like to be either re-voted in or have their first time voted in, and community members can either vouch for themselves or others can have you suggested. So the really cool part about Rocket Pool is it's open to anyone to get involved, and you can just review, who's been there last and get involved in the community from a governance perspective that's interesting to you. So there's also some reports that have been created recently on the Treasury and how the money is being spent, and those can be highlighted. But now, without further ado, let's talk about DeFi and the growth of Rocket Pool across the crypto landscape. So I picked out the most exciting highlights that I thought I found in this bi-weekly update, and beyond rETH being expanded to different DeFi communities like Metronome, RPL being available on different centralized exchanges, which is the most common route for new individuals to buy their assets. Once you're in, you typically just buy it through DeFi. What I'm excited about is this, gauntlet recommendation that came in, suggesting that on Aave you can take now more risk and more leverage against your rETH because it is such a sound asset. And here's a tweet from one of the lead developers at Aave. It's pretty much in crypto code, but he's really excited about how he assumes that there's going to be a big increase in demand for rETH as well as Coinbase's ETH. So increasing those supply caps on Aave is his suggestion. It's already gone live because they're excited to see more individuals lock up their Ethereum, which they already currently see at close to $1 billion. Most of those individuals will probably become staked ETH individuals, and increasing the rETH supply cap on Aave is something that the largest borrowing and lending protocol is interested in doing ahead of this anticipated demand after the next upgrade. Probably the biggest thing of all that we see, to me, in integrations is around Chainlink. And so Chainlink has now publicly announced that they are helping to maintain the rETH to ETH feed. So having stable oracles is essential for healthy decentralized finance ecosystem, and Chainlink is the best oracle service out there today. So seeing this publicized that they're now supporting the rETH ETH peg, and anyone can access that via this link here is super exciting and builds more legitimacy for Rocket Pool. Other cool things are how rETH is now being considered in different liquid staking indexes. I have that covered on BAO Finance, because they've also chosen staked ETH by Lido, but those here in the Rocket Pool community probably got here because they believe in decentralization. And I personally have some experience with Lido and didn't enjoy it as much as I would have thought I would have from the beginning, but you learn from experience and oftentimes. And so BAO here is using two of the largest, and hopefully they lean towards more rETH over time, because there's economic demand or premium for it, but more for ensuring decentralization of Ethereum. So there's even more growth. Beta Finance has launched incentives for just depositing RPL. Parallel Finance is a larger protocol that is now onboarding rETH as collateral. So this is a highlight that top DeFi protocols are getting ahead of what they assume their customers are going to want, and that's going to be able to use the top liquid staking derivatives of Ethereum on their platform or in their protocol. So we can see Parallel has joined that with this proposal to add rETH. That's exciting. Now we got some media and marketing updates. The ZK Sync Era launch was Pretty cool. ZK is zero knowledge proof, and that is a way to have privacy as well as higher throughput. And so it's like a magician math is what some call it, but it's exciting that, Rocket Pool is participating in. That'd be going to be early to ZK Sync. We assume so. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but they're at least participating in the ZK Sync, marketing narrative that happened this week. What I thought was kind of big was Illuminati DAO. They decided to stake their 100 ETH with Rocket Pool. And so when DAOs are able to, this is the ZK Sync era post by Rocket Pool. But when a DAO decides to use, Rocket Pool to stake their ETH instead of competitors, that is another leading indicator for me. There were some great AMAs that happened over the past 2 weeks. And there's also a lot going on, with Atlas, with the devs communicating. So if you run a node at home, make sure you check out the Atlas AMA that was hosted on Discord. It's also available on YouTube here. ETH Capital, which is the largest public Canadian Ethereum investment fund. They've been around since 2017 and have about $69 million in Ethereum, are joined the Rocket Pool community call. They have a dashboard that they're looking for feedback on. I covered a highlight of that, and that was really exciting to see the largest institutional investor I know and one of the oldest in this space is looking towards Rocket Pool to run infrastructure for Ethereum nodes. So that's really exciting. Silo Finance is another DeFi project that enables, limited risk in DeFi, and they were on a community call. Community calls happen every 2 weeks. And they support both rETH and RPL. Some more research that came out that I thought was pretty interesting to highlight is one by Seeking Alpha, which is just a traditional overall investment brand and publication. They have over, I believe, 300,000 followers. They consider themselves one of the largest investment, brands out there. And they're keeping it real that they see the fundamentals for RPL is RPL has to be bought on the open market and then combined with Ethereum to make a Rocket Pool node, that there are strong fundamentals and the big catalyst coming up with ETH Unlock for, Rocket Pool to see some great growth ahead. So that's exciting to see from a non, crypto degen to be able to put it into their terms and share with their community, seeing about 15,000 times. I thought the best animation that I've seen yet today for Rocket Pool has come by Token Motion, and they have this really fantastic, 16 slide thread on how Rocket Pool works. And here's just the fourth one talking about how both sides of Rocket Pool works, with our ETH being the liquid staking token, and then node operators locking up their Ethereum as well as some RPL as collateral to then provide that rETH to the open market. So we see the node operators here, and then we have the liquid staking tokens, and both sides of the market work together. This to me is just a great simple way to break down crypto and specifically Rocket Pool's complexity to those who are potentially just focused on following TikTok videos at this time. So I am trying a new format of sharing content, and hopefully this is enjoyable for those who are looking for a quick summary on the Rocket Pool bi-weekly update. But if you get time, please do check out the Token Motion 16 GIF summary of how Rocket Pool works. I thought it was fantastic. And lastly, Consensus, which is the largest Ethereum investment research firm. Joe Lubin started them. He was one of the founders of Ethereum, and he talks about this opportunity after this upgrade of Shanghai, and then for Rocket Pool Atlas, that will present an opportunity for more solo stakers. And so those are individuals who currently have 32 ETH. We would break those into 4 validators of 8 ETH mini pools. So, this would increase the opportunity for Rocket Pool to create a lot more rETH because there is significant demand for it today, and then also increased solo stakers' earning potential, which most individuals are looking to do. And so being able to do that in a tax optimized way, depending on your jurisdiction, but in the United States, that is tax optimized through Rocket Pool's strategy of not having to claim your rewards, but letting them compound until you decide to actually sell your asset, is a massive competitive advantage to other competitors in the space. Delphi Digital also includes, Rocket Pool and their liquid staking video. Big fan of the work that Delphi Digital and their team does. And so that is a quick summary for March 28th, 2023. Just a quick reminder, there are now over 220 Rocket Pool nodes with over 435,000 Ethereum staked. That's only 2% of all the Ethereum staked. So when you think that we have less than 20% of all the Ethereum staked, and Rocket Pool represents about 2% of that, it's exciting times ahead as more individuals after Shanghai decide to stake their ETH, knowing that they will be able to get it out. And there'll be even more opportunities in DeFi for you to compound, your staked ETH returns. So thanks so much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any feedback, and hats off to the Rocket Pool team for continuing to work really hard ahead of this Atlas upgrade. Thanks so much.